Get back. It's still here somewhere. Crocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Guardsman, what happened here? Where's this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes! Find cover and make arrow count!
Fighting a dragon! Fighting a dragon!
Think you can win?
Being attacked by a dragon! God!
This will definitely be an epic fight for the records! Or an epic record. We'll see.
This is over. This is over.
Did we win? Okay then. Onwards, I guess. Across barren, war-ridden wastelands.
Woo! We killed the dragon! Go team... Team us. Yep.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
power is that? I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in.
You say you're left
I've been in more
being
than a
awfully
few.
quiet.
I don't
Come on,
know
then.
about this
Tell
Dragonborn
us,
business.
Do
but
you
I'm
believe
sure
in this
glad you're with
Dragonborn
us.
business?
You better get... Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecar. You ain't a Norn.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
I'm taking command here for the moment. You head back to Whiterun and let the Jarl know what happened.
It was not my choice to travel to Skyrim, but now that I am here, it is not so bad. These sands are cold, but gosh, it feels warm.
Good evening. Hello, friend.
My friend Olava, the seer, she says things will get better for me once I start sticking up for myself.
Make yourself a hearty meal with the finest
And the
foodstuffs
dragon
around.
named Ragnar was boastful.
The finest
no
cuts,
more.
fresh from the
Come
wild.
see my shiny
Wait,
pig.
Everything's for sale. Take a look. Do come back. I assure you, I'm prepared.
Fine. What? Need something?
Tell us the mighty. Tell us the unerring. Tell us the unassailable. To you we give praise.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you. I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. From Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Summons. So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion, high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering
You've done a
sound
great
as you returned
service
to
for me and my
Whiterun?
city,
That was the
Dragonborn.
voice of the Greybeard.
By my right as Jarl,
Wrothgar.
I name you Thane of
This has
Whiterun.
happened in
It's the
centuries,
greatest
at least.
honor that's within my
Not
power
since
to grant.
Tamriel himself
I
summoned
assign
the
you
fiends
Lydia
to Talos
as a
of Andor.
personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense. Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeard's business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, Who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know. To climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
Please keep your weapons sheathed in the Jarl's presence. Balgrup and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and all threats. Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife, so you can imagine the dangers. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade. Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous nobles. Sometimes I think his own children want him dead. And those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries and incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them. Well, not yet anyway. It seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us. We can never rest easy, for Balgruf's enemies will not. I've got my eyes on you.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. Of course, my Thane. Before I pledged my sword to Jarl Balgruf and you, I led the life of a traveling mercenary, selling my combat skills for gold. On the contrary, life was painfully boring. The people around here only ever hire the companions for the exciting tasks, while the rest of us are left with nothing but glorified bodyguard jobs. So no, I usually only escort people from town to town and carry their burdens. Until I met this one client, who showed me a whole different world. Would you believe it if I told you? It's because my stomach reacts badly to alcohol? Your Vasker is the mead hall of the companions. So naturally, the companions socialize by feasting and drinking together. The non-drinker can never fit in. Better that I don't humiliate myself by drinking water over mead there. Huh. Trick question, was it? You wanted to call me a milk drinker. I'm not going to fall for that. Well, not exactly. Just that my stomach tends to act funny after 3 cups of mead. Since then, I've learned how to drink without vomiting, but I doubt I'll ever develop an appetite for alcohol. He was a priest of Mara looking for a bodyguard to escort him to Dawnstar. Said something about finishing what he started. At first, I thought it was just another boring escort job, But things quickly took an intriguing turn. The first night of our trip, I had a nightmare so vividly horrendous, yet I couldn't wake up from it. Then this priest, Erendur, bestowed Mara's blessings upon me. Although the nightmare persisted, it was somewhat diminished. It was then I learned his true mission. He was on a quest to free Dawnstar from a similar nightmare curse. The next few nights I tried my darndest not to fall asleep. So I asked him to tell me jokes, stories, basically anything to keep me awake. And you know what he told me instead? Mara's doctrines. How she loves us and we ought to love our neighbors. No, it actually got me interested in Mara and the Divines. You see, it's not just about your message, but also the way you convey it. Dare I say, Erendur was quite the effective preacher. Yeah. Before I met Erendur, Mara was just another figure in the temples to me. Now I realize she's the loving mother of us all. Not really. He only required me to escort him to Dawnstar, where he'd handle the rest. Although I would have loved to learn more about Mara from him if we had more time. Of course. I don't really know much about it. Talos, Thalmor, emperors and whatnot. But whichever side you choose, I'm sure you have your reason. As your housecarl, my job is to fight alongside you, not question why you're fighting. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life.
Of course. Your cheese wheels.
Lead the way. I'm right behind you. I decided to set my mercenary work aside and embark on a pilgrimage to Riften. Not that there were many jobs available to begin with, anyway. I traveled for days until I finally reached the city of Mara, a den of crime, skooma, and paranoia. That would be an understatement. The truth is, I couldn't find any trace of Mara outside her temple. There was this woman who preached about love to me, and I thought I'd finally found someone I could connect with. But I quickly realized that she practiced a different kind of love, which Mara would frown upon. What a horrible pilgrimage. I took a carriage back to Whiterun, too worn out from days of walking. But on the carriage, I reflected on my journey. Why did Mara guide me to her city, only to show the worst of it? Maybe she wanted me to start looking after my own people. Maybe I can make Whiterun a better place so that it won't become the next Riften. So, once I was back to Whiterun, I pledged my service to the Jarl, a man who I deemed honorable and just. The temple itself was truly a spiritual experience. I felt I could connect with Mara there. Sadly, it doesn't see many visitors. Perhaps if more people started going there, Riften would become a more lovely place. Or maybe that priest Maramal should just take a few notes from his colleague Erendur on preaching. For you, perhaps. But I expected a city of Mara's followers. Of course. When news of Helgen's dragon attack reached us, Housecarl Irilith realized she would have to defend the city from those flying beasts. But if she were to do so, the Jarl would be left unprotected, which is why they needed a, let's say, temporary Housecarl. Correct. I was, after all, the one fighter with the most extensive experience as a bodyguard. So it came full circle again. I was back into the boots of a bodyguard, following the jarl around for meetings and feasts, and just stand watching. Although the pay surely was more generous when compared to escorting caravans or priests. He only gives his friends the best. Of course. The companions offer combat trainings to their own. Maybe you can join them and get better at fighting. Just don't deal me in. I can't bear the thought of drinking 10 bottles of mead every night. At least that's what I heard they do. If you want my opinion, Ivor's dead. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend you. There's nothing you can learn from me. You'll learn what you need to know once they've completed their training. At least, you should. But I'm sworn to your service. You lead, I'll follow. I'm at your service. Do let me know if I can be of service.
Did you feel
I've been
that?
meaning to ask you something.
It feels like
Got a moment?
hunger.
Look,
By the
I
way,
know I'm
isn't
not
it
very
time
good
for
at
dinner yet?
practical things. You know, combat. I rely on you to win our battles, and I shouldn't. So I suppose I was wondering, do you think you could train me? Fantastic! Can't wait to get cracking. Ah, you're convinced that that's what you are, then? And neither do I. Not for certain. I imagine we'll find out soon enough, though, Anyway, you asked me what I know. I'm more familiar with the Cyrodiilic legends than the Nordic ones, but I'll tell you what I've read. Though some scholars on Solstheim dispute it, the first definite use of the term Dragonborn is attributed to Saint Alessia, back in the First Era. The story goes that on her deathbed, Alessia made a pact with Akatosh, who infused her with his divine blood and granted her the Amulet of Kings. Akatosh then sealed off the Plains of Oblivion, banishing the Aedra and Daedra from the surface of Nirn forevermore. Or at least, for as long as one of Alessia's descendants sat on the throne of Cyrodiil and wore the amulet. From then on, Alessia's descendants were known as Dragonborn. Of course, that line ended with the death of Martin Septim during the Oblivion Crisis. But he turned into a giant dragon and kicked Mehrunes Dagon back into the Deadlands, which seems to have confused things. Anyway, skip ahead a couple of hundred years and here you are, supposedly with that same dragon blood in your veins. The somewhat primitive Nordic myths claim that lets you absorb the soul of a dragon, which we've both seen you do, and channel it into a shout. But as far as I'm aware, no one ever saw any of the Dragonborn Emperors do that. Maybe you're related to them, maybe the gods just like you. In any case, as I said, I have a feeling we'll find out more soon enough. My brain is ready for picking. So many things. The culture, the architecture, but most of all, the enormous Dwemer presence here. The technology the dwarves possessed all those years ago is miles beyond us, even today. The chance to study it in person, I just couldn't resist. Cyrodiil, though I suppose you could probably guess that. I grew up in the Imperial City, mostly with my nose in a book. My family own a small amount of property there, and they always encouraged me to pursue my interests. Namely, knowledge, in all its forms. I spent some time at the Arcane University, a couple of years at the archives of White Gold Tower, and I've studied at every academy in the city. But no amount of academic knowledge can compare to some practical experience. I'm done reading about the world. Now I want to see it. Oh, the Flaviuses are firmly rooted in the Imperial City. We've always had a strong sense of home. We're a tight-knit bunch, and we get on rather well most of the time. They worry, though, particularly about me. Gave them quite a shock when I told them about this expedition. Davidicus is his name. He's an academic like me, always up to his elbows in old scrolls. He does a lot of consultancy work for the Imperial government. Hunts down relics for them, that sort of thing. I'd be lying if I said we always saw eye to eye, but I owe a lot to him, and he's very dear to me. Captain Lyra of the Imperial Legion. She and I couldn't be more different, but she's always supported me in everything I've done. She fought against the Thalmor in the Great War. In fact, she was there for Lord Narafin's defeat at the Battle of the Red Ring. She retired to marry my father and raise me. But despite her career, she never tried to force me onto the same path. By the time I was old enough to hold a book, it was clear I was going to follow my father into the academic world. And she was delighted for me. I write to her fairly regularly. My father too. And while she worries, I think she's proud of me for doing this. I hope so, anyway. None. I was the proverbial apple of my parents' proverbial eyes. And yes, they spoiled me rotten. Sometimes I wonder what it would have been like to have had a brother or a sister. But then I wouldn't be quite who I am today, so I can't complain. Alright then. On we go.
seen such a thing.
In all my years, I've never seen
We're coming from the south. It's fall.
Hey!
Yar's been looking for someone who ain't superstitious. Be looking for a fool if you ask me.
Look,
What is it?
already been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're con-
trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
We will be back. This is not over. You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun, and we'll pay good money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city. It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. She cannot hide from us forever.
The road takes us past many corridors. The Larskins there.
If the river is not frozen
I'm glad we're
to ice
friends.
cracks.
I have something for you. Whiterun may not be the most impressive city in Skyrim, but it'll always be the strongest and greatest.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Need something?
Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
Offer your blessing to this city
For
and
the
redeem its
privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
Trying not to trip over all the lizard and cat tails.
All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate. Hello there.
Hello there.
another run-in with the thieves.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail.
So,
Don't say something you'll regret.
I thought we could get to
Last
know
thing
one
the
another.
Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs.
All right then.
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back. So keep your nose out of their business.
I've never held a knitting needle.
Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for him. If you need dirt on anything,
Look,
I'm your
Lydia,
guy.
I have to say,
But it'll cost you.
I'm sensing a little hostility here.
Not my
Then we're speaking the same language. Good. So what do you want to know?
All right. I'll leave you to your warrioring. Honestly.
You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you.
I wish the Temple of Mara had
Well,
done
you
more
got
for the
Maven.
city.
She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says. The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him. To be honest, I doubt someone would be stupid enough to make an attempt on Maven's life. But my blade is sharp, and as long as she continues to keep me at her side, she can count on my blade to protect her. Hey, if the Empire and the Stormcloaks want to kill each other over some foolish cause, I say let them. All I care about is two things: watching Maven's back and counting the gold she pays me to do it. Hey, you, get over here. I want to talk to you.
Well met, friend. You're a stranger here too, am I right? To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think?
One day. From a distance, that is.
You disappoint me. I expected someone from outside Riften to be different, but I see corruption's reach holds little regard for boundaries. Enjoy the city. It will suit you well.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
People of Riften.
Yes, lad. Did you need something?
Of the dragons is not mere coincidence.
Be brief,
This
Imperial.
is one of the signs.
There's only so long
How
I can
may I
stand
help you,
being
my son?
downwind of your stench.
Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor,
think about
and the
staying
lost.
the night.
How's the pain?
We also perform
Any
wedding
better?
ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim.
All right, then.
Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim? Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm sorry, but even Mara's temple... Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids and embrace the
Bard's College is... I would taunt you, but you probably wouldn't understand.
Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding.
Yeah. What's your problem?
These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Maramal. We've all heard
Sorry,
of the dragon.
I'm afraid I don't know anything.
There's no need to
Sure,
use
I might
them
have
as
some
an
dirt in my
excuse to
past,
harass our
but that's
customers.
just ancient history.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from
It's
this
been a
den of
pleasure.
iniquity.
We're not... Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. Could I interest you in one of our special drinks? I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both? If you'll excuse me, I have
Blessings
other
of Mara
things to
upon you.
attend to.
Here you are. Now, remember, people in Skyrim respond to deeds. You'll find more people interested in your love if you help them. Good luck. Mara bless you. May you return to her benevolence in safety. How may I help you, my son? May the blessing of Mara be with you. May you return to her Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace. Love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm. May you return to her benevolence in safety.
I oversee the blessings of Mara upon mortals. I also influence love in mortals, and ensure that weddings and other acts of love are performed within her magnificent decree. Mara, in her infinite love, passed a decree at the beginning of time, that those who would follow her will adhere to her rules of compassion, understanding, and above all else, love. I am here to ensure that those rules are followed, and enact justice for those who follow her ways or violate her will. Yes, exactly. Although I refer to myself as the champion of love, guardian as such is term from to it. The rules of love here in Skyrim are a bit more relaxed than in other areas. Here, lovers fight hard and usually die young. Most choose to die out of necessity, not love. So there's little for me to enforce. It's no bother. I haven't had the privilege of speaking to anyone other than her loving grace in centuries.
Welcome to the Temple of Mara.
About selling pure, refreshing bottled water. I mean, she'd been monopolizing on something vital to living.
Lady Mara bids you welcome to her benevolence.
What did you... Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims. Only 20 gold septims. Hurry, before my supply is gone.
You lost. Please, my lord, can you spare a gold coin for an old woman? Is that a joke? So cold, so hungry, so tired, and I don't have... Good to see you. All right, then.
Greetings, citizen. What brings you to Battlement today? Looking for some armor? A weapon, perhaps?
Gems, fine jewelry, crafting supplies, best quality at reasonable
Come to see Battlement perform miracles with steel, eh? To be honest, I don't blame you. If you're looking for a smith, you found one of the best. Looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage?
Great quality and great prices from an Argonian you can trust.
If you need any more smithing work, come see me again.
Yes? Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. I can't take this place anymore. The trees, all the colors, the city so dark. Why? It makes no sense.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, lad. Did you need something?
Meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
Only 20 gold septims. Hurry, before my supply is gone.
Rare trinket.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20
Buy from
septims each.
Medici. You will not be sorry. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Come see Maurice for the freshest food you'll ever taste.
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry?
Good to see you.
Yes, lad. Did you need something?
Kit yourself
Have a
out
look
for
at
the
my
fight.
wares. Genuine
Check out
farmer
Broke's
blood
Jolly
elixir for
Goods
sale.
here.
Or a loved
Live
one
for
to something
thousands of
not
years.
yours. See into other people's thoughts.
Craftsmanship.
Until next we meet, lad.
Looking up how to gain or get into the Thieves Guild.
How do I join the Thieves Guild in Skyrim? If you are curious about how to become part of the Thieves Guild in Skyrim, you are in for an
can offer. Oh, no, you don't.
Mercy!
Protocol to eradicate.
This will take some doing. So I'm going to stop the stream for now.